All right, hello. Okay, so you're in the gym, you have a goal, you're going hard, and you're not seeing results. It comes back on macros, it comes back on your diet. I personally believe it is, 80% nutrition, 20% gym. Because if you're not taking care of your body, all the hard work you're gonna do, it's just nothing's gonna happen. You're not gonna see any results. So, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to show you how to maintain your current weight, how to find out your macros to maintain your current weight. And then if you are interested in lean bulking or losing weight, whatever, your TDEE is, the total daily energy expenditure, which I'm going to attach a link. That way you can figure out what yours is, because you can't figure out anything until you figure out that number. So once you do the math, because I feel like it's just better for you to do it personally, that way you know how to do it yourself. You're not listening to just any source, you're doing it yourself. It's just more accurate in my opinion. Once you figure out how you're going to maintain your current weight, then if you are looking to gain weight, then you'll have a surplus of maybe 500 calories. Or if you're trying to lose weight, you'll have a deficit of 500 calories. And maybe if you don't want to go, have that much of a surplus or deficit, you could take your TDEE and you can multiply that by 5 to 10%. And whatever that gives you, you can either add or subtract that from your TDEE to figure out what it is that you want to do. I hope I explained that in an easier way, because if you didn't understand that, you're probably like, what the hell is she talking about? So just go ahead, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to figure out your current macros to maintain your current weight. Alrighty, so we're gonna figure out our macros for our current weight. I feel like this is a little bit easier instead of just jumping and figuring out, okay, well, how much do I need to eat in order to gain weight or lose weight? I feel like just starting from the middle and then, doing math on both sides, I feel like that is the easiest and the most accurate way to do it. So starting off, you need to figure out your TDEE, and that's how you can get that through the calculator. And so I'm just going to put all of my information in. It's going to be a little bit easier. So my TDE is 1,977 calories. My current weight is 117 pounds. 117 pounds is going to be equivalent to 117 grams of protein. So basically, I'm going to eat my weight in protein. Okay? 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. So I'm going to take that 117 grams of protein, we are going to divide that by 4, and that is going to give us, multiply that by 4, and we're going to get 468 calories. So the whole entire point is we're going to be converting from calories to grams to grams to calories to figure out, all the math for everything. So that is for our protein. All right, next, our diet needs to consist of 20 to 25% of fat. Layman terms, 0.20 or 0.25, right? So in order to figure out this, we're going to put in our TDEE. So mine is 1,977. And we're going to I'm going to do both because I think it's going to be a little bit easier to understand. So we're going to do by 0.20, and mine is going to be 395 calories. It's rounded. I'm not going to eat a tenth of food. It's too much to measure out. I'm not doing that. So I'm going to take the TDEE, multiply that by 0.25, and that's going to give me 494 calories. All right, 1 gram of fat is equivalent to 9 calories. So now we're going to take, well, I'm going to take the 0.20 number. It's really a preference whether or not you want to do 20% or 25% of fat for your diet, but we are going to take either or number. In this case, I'm going to take my number, so 395, and we're going to convert the calories to grams. So 395 calories divided by 9 calories is going to be 44 grams of fat. All right, so we already have our protein, which is 117 grams. We already have our fat, which is 44 grams. Now we have to figure out the calories and the grams for carbs, okay? In order to do that, we need to add the protein calories and the fat calories. And I went ahead and tried to highlight those. That way we know those were going to be important numbers. So I'm going to do the protein calories, and that's going to be 468. And then the fat calories, that's going to be 395. And that is going to give me a total of 863. Almost showed it in the wrong place. Oh, sorry. I didn't even realize it wasn't in the camera. My bad. So the 468 from the protein, the 395 from the fat. Like I said, it could be either or, your preference. That number is going to go there, and that's going to give us 863 calories. Okay, so we have to go back, and we're going to take our Tdee, which mine is 1,977, and we're going to take this number and subtract it from that. So 1,977 subtract by 863, and that is going to give us 1,114 calories of carbs. All right, so we have the number of calories for carbs, but now we need to figure out the grams. So 1 gram of carbs, you know, I was wondering how I was supposed to write this. 1 gram of carb or 1 gram of carbs, irrelevant, okay, is equal to 4 calories. All right, so we are going to take 1,114 calories. We're going to divide that by those 4 calories, and that is going to give us 278.5 grams. So obviously, you know, I'm going to round that up to 279. And then we've configured everything, so let's go ahead and make it easier for us. All right, so my protein is going to be 117 grams. My fat is going to be 44 grams, and my carb is going to be 279. And that's basically everything. I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of the whole thing. That way, if you want to do the math by yourself, it'll be a little bit more easier for you to see the whole entire thing. So I'm going to include that in just a second. All right, well, I hope that was a little bit easier to understand. I've been through so many different tutorials on YouTube, and they have everything already written out, and I mean, I understood it, but it's like, sometimes just the type of person I am, I need everything thoroughly explained. That way, you know, if I want to do it on my own, I'm not going to mess up. So you have your macros to maintain your current weight. So let's say that you are trying to gain weight. Whatever your Tdee is, like I said, you can do a surplus. You can add 500 to that, or you can multiply your Tdee by 5 to 10%, 0.5 or 0.05 or 0.10, and that'll give you, a number, and you can add that to your Tdee. And if you're trying to lose weight, you can have a deficit of 500 calories. You can subtract 500 from your Tdee, or you can do the same concept as trying to figure out what the 5 the 5 to 10% range. So if that was helpful, please let me know. If you have any questions, ask away. Like I said, I had a lot of problems trying to understand this myself, so I'm more than willing and happy to help someone else. All right, well, I think that for my first video, I think it was semi-successful, except for the fact that I'm getting blinded by an LED light, and I've been sweating this whole time. So, anyways, there you go.